Today I wanted to go for another whitetail hunt because we just saw the new map revealed and it looks amazing, and I know like once that map comes out, whenever that is, I'm probably going to spend like all my time there for a while, so I really wanted to focus my efforts into getting a great one. But since we just did a whitetail video, I thought we'd actually kind of mix in some blacktail and elk hunting, and the way I'm going to do that is by actually hunting a couple of spots where I actually have tripods set up from previous hunts for either whitetail or whatever it is. I actually got to go take those down and move them to new whitetail spots because I've really been hitting the whitetail grind hard, but I know like I'm going to be spending a ton of time on Silver Ridge Peaks when it comes out. I seriously cannot wait to hunt that map. It's kind of my dream map as far as Call of the Wild goes, so I really do want to try to get a great one first, and I thought since we just did that whitetail video, it'd be a little more fun to kind of try hunting some other stuff before we get to strictly whitetail. So the hope was that there'd be a little more than that up here. I know like sometimes in multiplayer I'll get like a herd of female elk and a herd of males plus some blacktail, but just a random solo buck, but we'll still take him. So we might as well use the tripod to our advantage, and we'll try to get him once he lifts his head. Not bad. So we do want to take this with us, and we're actually going to set this one up at our next spot. And it's going to be that spot down in Ronachee. You guys have seen my whitetail hunts. I'm using my duck blind for that one, and it's just not working that well. So I really need an actual tripod there. But yeah, that's actually a gold, which, not by much, but makes that not too bad of a blacktail. And we are going to go ahead and hop down here into Ronachee. So I know where the whitetail drink, but I don't know exactly where I should set up this tripod. So it's going to be a bit of a guess. But I want to go ahead and set it up now, so if we do get a chance to go here for whitetail later in the video, we're going to have it. Probably just go with like somewhere in here, because it feels like I always have 60 or 70 meters to run still, where I feel like my best shot would be, so we'll try that, and hopefully we get a chance to come back there later. But we have another tripod way down here, and this whole kind of coast can have elk drinking along it, so I want to try that. I don't think I've actually gone down there since they fixed the elk, so there's an entire elk population reset that we probably haven't seen down there. There's actually a bull heading down through there. We'll see if we can maybe get him super quick. I feel like elk have big enough lungs that could have been a long shot, but considering we're using the M1 on an elk, they're going to take a little while to actually drop health, so it's hard to say if we reach into a lung or not. Yeah, he's not looking so good, but we can actually save him then, as long as we can get a vital hit, which with this head up, we can definitely get that shot in there. We should be able to get the full score out of that, which I didn't really expect, but I don't know how that was even a flesh wound to begin with. Oh, so it was actually vertebrae, and I guess it just wasn't even going to kill him? Which I guess kind of makes sense since we're using such a small caliber, but I would have thought eventually vertebrae would kill anything. So maybe that was just luck, but yeah, I thought if anything we were too far back, but that actually makes a little more sense then. But that's the spot that I was hoping to see a herd of bulls, and instead, we have a huge herd of cows, which, in all the time that I've spent playing this game and hunting for elk, I've never seen a herd of cows down here. There is one random bull in there, which I believe is as good or better than everything that's nervous here, so we'll probably try to get him. Actually, hadn't seen that one yet, but yeah, we'll go ahead and start calling, and then maybe we can get in our tripod and just use that. So that'll be him there. And a little better shot on that one. But we can go ahead and bring this with us. And this is going to go to Cheelah, and I'm not sure we can actually go shoot anything there yet. Maybe like one thing, because that is one of the spots that I have a new whitetail zone, and I only shot 2 there and they were pretty small bucks, but definitely if we're getting more than 1 buck there, it's a spot I want to go back to a few times. And I need a way of reducing hunting pressure, so we actually ended up with 2 gold elk out of that, which is not bad considering I was running down here to get a tripod. But we'll go set up the tripod here in Cheelah, and actually I got to steal this one, so hopefully we can shoot something across there where we can go do that. I mean, that's basically right where the tripod is, so that would be a good thing to go for. It is kind of where I shot the whitetail at, which is going to add some extra pressure, but I don't think we're deleting any zones. So that should be good for him. And we'll go and grab that other tripod. I'm going to go ahead and set this one up. Basically, it's just going to make it so I don't have to run over there and grab it and then come back. So yeah, just a little silver, but Makes it easy to come over here and grab our tripod. There's actually another pretty decent 4. That's kind of a weird one. He's got 2 different rack shapes, but we're basically done with the tripod moving stuff around for now. I could take this one because I don't think I get whitetail over here. I thought I did, but I've never actually seen one. But I thought we'd go to one more elk spot just to see, because this lake did have another really big 4 at it. I cannot spot. There we go. See if we can have him lift his head before he unspots. Not really. We'll go ahead and get him, but at the other end of this lake, somewhere straight down that way, there was a max weight 4 that we shot. And I was hoping maybe he had respawned. I think I just... Oh yeah. He's another max weight 4, but definitely not anywhere near diamond. But yeah, that's why I wanted to come down here, to see what he became. And we'll see if we can maybe get a heart shot or something in there on him. And then what we're going to do is change it to whitetail drink time, and we'll check a couple of the spots that we set up towards the end of this. But I actually want to go and check some spots that I haven't for a while and see if we maybe have any new whitetail zones appearing. So that's kind of the plan, just so we're not doing the same thing as we just did in the last whitetail video. And now that he's raising his head, not a heart shot, but probably lungs. I can never really get elk heart shots. Do we even get a lung? Yeah, he's just dying really slowly. But yeah, I can never seem to get the elk heart shots unless I'm above them, like in a tripod or whatever. Actually, not sure that would have reached anyway, but not a bad one, 305. And we'll go across and claim that other one we shot. And he actually wasn't much different, though his antlers changed. I forgot that happens when you go out a render of animals, their antlers will change shape, so this side was a different level 4 rack, but now he's even, and I don't know if that did anything to his score, but anyway, we are going to go and change the time to whitetail drink time and go to a couple of spots that I usually don't go, so let's probably just rest up here since it's away from anywhere we're going to go. So my first spot is North Lake, and I know I had whitetail here, but it seemed like the first time I actually shot them, they completely went away, so I want to see if there's maybe any back, but there is like a decent rabbit here, so just gonna get him on the second shot. I'm like out of 22 ammo, so I can't really afford to be doing that till I buy more, but since he could be a gold, I figured we'd get him on our way around. And of course he's actually a silver, but random bonus kill since we're going up here in a place where there might be nothing. That is definitely a whitetail body, and I'm alerting them. I wonder if there's any bucks anywhere back in there? I may just try to shoot one of the does unless I see... Oh yeah, that's actually not a bad buck right there. So let's just scoot over because that tree's in the way. Of course he's going to walk out. I should have just stayed where I was. I think that's going to be pretty good. So that means I probably need to steal a tent, and I don't even know if I have one on this map that I can take, because I need this one down in Cheelah now. I think the only tent I have that's not at a whitetail spot is at this lake, and it has been a whitetail spot in the past, so I don't know if there's a chance whitetail could spawn there. That's where I was going to actually check next, and we were going to steal the tent if they don't, but yeah, that's interesting. And by the way, moose drink here, like, I never knew that. I don't know if that's always been a thing or if that's like a recent thing as well, but definitely like a decent buck up here and somewhere we're gonna have to try checking. I was wondering how that said no organ tip, but he had a medium bleed rate, so somehow we hit him way up there. It was 0 for 300, so I was wondering if maybe I did that, but I didn't really think that I had. But you know what? It was from zeroing for 150 with a 22. That's what actually did that. But good to know that they're up here. I don't really know where I want to place a tripod. I have that one, but this is a difficult area to hunt regardless because it's just so thick down there. But I think what I'll do is, I actually had a tripod up here. I may go steal that one, and I'll place this one like just up in here somewhere if I can find a spot. And likely this is going to be an area where we have to sit and call for them, because I just don't see anywhere on here where we can just like set up a tripod and know we're going to have a clear view. But it doesn't look like any whitetails moved into the only other spot where I have a tent that we can steal, so we're going to steal that. And I do want to check, there's a little hidden lake on the map right there where that drinkstone is. I want to check and see if there's any whitetail there, because I know that's another spot where they used to actually go, so we might as well check that out. And then we'll have this tent to go put up at North Lake. Since when is there like a huge rabbit zone down here? I've never seen all these. Maybe I get down here like too late every time, because rabbits do actually stop drinking at 1400, and this is one of the last spots I check. So there's nothing all that special, but I guess we'll try to get that guy. Just because we're kind of going that way anyway. I'm going to have to come back around, but I wanted to check down across the shore here, because I know I've had another whitetail zone somewhere down there, and I want to see if there's anything new there, but didn't really know there was a giant zone of rabbits over here. And we actually have a new buck in this herd, so I don't know how long he's actually been there, because maybe he always drinks down there, but I see the does up on this mountain all the time, and generally that's where I would shoot the bucks, but first time seeing anything with antlers here, probably since we shot that one smaller piebald. That would have been in the video where we killed basically back-to-back piebalds, but yeah, we'll see if we can get another buck respawn out of him. I mean, all these dudes just ran over here and stopped, so I guess we'll take another higher weight estimate one. And I am going to go back and buy some 22 ammo when we get to that tent before we head down where I mentioned, because we are going to an area that is pretty full of rabbits, and also it's where we killed, I think, maybe the only diamond rabbit off my own map. Just the one that we shot with the 410 pistol, but yeah, just in case we would see something that I want to take some shots at while it's fleeing. I'd like to have more than, like, what do I have, 3 left or something? But both of those ended up being silvers, so we'll head back and do that. Ooh. Alright, well, may take a little detour and see if we can find this max estimate moose, because would certainly say this is one that I haven't actually seen because I never come down here. But a lot of these tracks aren't letting me pick them up, so can't tell if he's a rare or if it's a fresh track or anything. So it's just now tracks. I thought I might have seen him right there, but I guess surely I've spooked him, because I've been running after him for a minute to try to figure out what or where he is. Rabbits don't seem too interesting, but yeah, I don't know then. Like, I didn't see a zone that he was in back there, so I'm not sure, like, if he's going to be coming back. I guess we'll kind of just walk behind him. I didn't bring the moose call because I wanted room for the tripods and stuff in my inventory, so we'll have to kind of take it slow. So I decided to just run after him for a minute because he's about to be in pretty much wide open area. That may well be him right there, though, so we'll slow down for a minute, but I haven't seen him at all, and he's definitely not coming back, but I did get his rest zone while I was tracking him, so he does rest, like, in that area by the tower, so if we can't find him here, we can definitely head back there, but I'm hoping he's actually gonna present himself here. He's not a bad 4, but he's actually alarmed right there, and I accidentally stood up instead of going prone. I don't know, he started to flee right as we shot, but I see a lot of blood, so he actually lucked out there. I thought I was going prone, I don't know why I actually hit the crouch button instead, but we got him pretty much just in time for what I wanted to do, so I want to stop at the 2 spots that we set up during this video and try those for a whitetail super quick, and luckily this guy didn't take too long, so he's definitely no diamond, but he's not a bad 4, and honestly, maybe the best kill of the video so far. He's actually one of those ones that has the old, like, big 4, small 5 legacy racks, which you don't see a lot of these in true racks, but unfortunately he's still well below diamond with that, so we are going to head down to, I think we'll go to Ronachee first, because there's still some pressure left in Cheelah. So actually, quick change of plans, because something changed with my whitetail zones between the time that I did a whitetail run literally right before I recorded this video, and since we, you know, found these new whitetail zones in this video and started setting up, my whitetail zones have completely changed. Like, I don't have any whitetail down here for Ronachee or that spot in Cheelah that we set up. I don't have any in my Balmont spot, which I've had since the very beginning of these whitetail runs, so I don't know what's changed. But I do think I'm probably going to have to go around and try to discover my whitetail zones again, because it seemed like, out of nowhere, everything just completely switched. But regardless, the plan was to go to those spots and then show you this little clip, because we did have one more good whitetail to add to this video. So for the first time in all of the whitetail grinding I've done, we could have back-to-back days with a diamond whitetail. We killed a piebald diamond last night on stream, and I've done, I think, just one run since then. And we have another level 3 that spawned, but he seems to be the only buck that spawned in this zone. And it's not the first time it seems like I've had only one buck that respawned, but it was a level 3. So I don't know if there's anything to that or not, but I'm pretty sure we could sneak a shot through there and not have to take any longer. Yep, would say that would work. There was one deer that I thought I could maybe see behind him, so I want to... Yeah, there is another buck there. Might have been a little far back and probably a little high as well, so see if we can get a follow-up to make that a little better. I don't know if we hit that, because I could tell he was about to take off running because he's going to die, because we did hit vertebrae. And I'm guessing I shot just a little bit too early, but he is going to die, so we'll still get the respawn out of him. And I mean, this guy was up to 313, which is the same score estimate that the piebald diamond was up to last night, so should definitely be another diamond. That's 278 if the decimal lines up similarly. And since he kind of died in the bushes, there's not much point in trying to take a picture of him, but yeah, actually the maybe smallest diamond whitetail I've killed so far in this grind, 278.2, but I thought he looked a little bit weird. This side kind of leans over, which is definitely unique. So yeah, I believe that brings the diamond total to 5 since we started grinding. And I guess 6 if you count multiplayer, but first time in all of this that I've actually had back-to-back diamonds. It's usually been, honestly, almost weeks in between. So yeah, another diamond whitetail we get to add to the trophy lodge, and since we were just in this room starting stuff yesterday, I think we'll actually start putting some diamond whitetail in here, because I wouldn't be too surprised if we're looking at more diamond whitetail before we're done with this, trying to get a great one, so this can maybe be a room where we have a couple of them, but I think one opposite him would actually look pretty cool, so that's probably what I'm going to try to do with the next one whenever that comes. But yeah, nice little bonus diamond whitetail from the other day, and I think that is going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.